So it's 2023, and even though that's an arbitrary thing that humans assign meaning to, so are most things. And for me, the beginning of a new year is really my time to take stock of all the things that I'm doing and not doing, and really reflecting on whether or not my behavior and my patterns are in alignment with the person that I wish to be and the life that I desire to live. So if you're like me and you want to continue healing, growing, and stepping into your highest self this year, I'm going to be sharing 3 things to leave behind in 2023. And the first one is stop identifying with your past experiences and mistakes. We've all been through hard things in life. We've all made mistakes that we maybe rather not have made. And along with those things, we have a story that we tell about the events of our past. Whether that's someone leaving us and we've told ourselves that we're no longer worthy of love, or that our relationships never work out, or maybe we've set resolutions for ourselves year after year after year, and we've decided to tell the story that we just aren't good enough. We just aren't motivated enough to move forward in the direction of our highest self, of our highest potential. And when we become attached to those stories, we give away our power and we allow our mistakes to define us. Obviously, the negative experiences of our past can shine a light on the things that we need to work on. If our relationships haven't worked out in the past, what are the true reasons behind that? What can we take accountability for? We can acknowledge that our past behavior is toxic or not in alignment with our highest self without identifying with them, without making those things our identity. For example, we can have a moment of insensitivity with a partner or a friend, but that doesn't make you an insensitive jerk. Labeling ourselves based on our mistakes makes it harder for us to address the things that are actually holding us back. We can condemn our actions without condemning ourselves. There's always redemption. There's always a chance for us to do better. There's always a chance for us to move in alignment with the person that we wish to be. Let go of those old stories. Give yourself the compassion and patience and understanding to allow yourself to move into your new self. Forgive yourself and commit to changing those stories. Number 2 is prioritizing how your life looks to others over how your life feels to you. I feel like in life, everything is almost mapped out for us. There's a general blueprint to what life is supposed to be. You go to school, you get a job, you make money, you buy stuff, maybe a house, you get married, you have kids. There's things on this checklist in which we measure our success or our fulfillment against. And most of this is just comparing our lives to other people and looking at someone who might be ahead and putting ourselves down for that. Not only does this make us small by comparing our path to others, but it also shifts our focus away from our inner world. When we look to live up to the expectations of society or to other people, we become disconnected to our inner voices. Instead of trying to catch up to everyone else in your life, look inward and ask yourself, what do I really even want out of life? From a young age, I always knew that my path was never going to be the traditional path. I didn't want to just follow the blueprint. I wanted to create a life that would be fulfilling to me rather than having a life that looked great to other people. So in 2023, stop trying to catch up to others. Look within. Look at your own path. What's going to make you fulfilled? What's going to make you happy? Who do you want to be? And when you are on your own unique path, there is no comparison. There is no behind or ahead. There is just your path and divine timing. And number 3 is acting without any sense of urgency. If you're like me, 2022 went by incredibly quickly. Actually, the last 2 years has gone by in the blink of an eye for me. And this can actually be a positive thing. If you're working diligently every single day toward alignment with yourself, toward the life that's going to make you fulfilled, and time goes by super fast, well, then you're going to get to your destination much faster than you think you could. But on the other end, if you continuously procrastinate and tell yourself that there's always time, a year will blow by like nothing. Your life will blow by like nothing. Next thing you know, you'll be looking back at a life that you wish you lived more fully, more authentically to yourself, and doing the things that are actually important to you. This is an exercise that I like to practice with myself and with the people close to me. I ask the question, what does life look like if I continue in the exact same patterns that I'm currently living in right now for the next 3 years? Where will I be? For a lot of us, we procrastinate the thing that we know we should do. Whether that's finally exercising and taking care of our bodies, or leaving a toxic relationship, or going after the dreams that we've always wanted to live. We procrastinate. We tell ourselves there will always be time, and year after year goes by, and our lives are still the same. Or they're even worse because we haven't addressed the things that we should be addressing. We haven't left the relationship that we should have left, and now we are 3 years later down the road in a relationship that hasn't gotten any better, in a position that hasn't gotten any better. And so you continue to escape through partying, through video games, through whatever vices, and your life simply passes you by. Now shift that question. What does life look like if I shift my behaviors and patterns in alignment with what I truly want out of life? What will my life look like in 3 years if I do that? Oftentimes procrastination happens because it is more comfortable to stay in a bad situation than it is to leave that situation. Whereas if you leave that relationship, it's scary. It's scary because you don't know what's on the other side of that door. But what if you imagined it 3 years down the road, what your life could be? Instead of seeking that instant gratification of your decisions, look at what positive patterns, habits, and behaviors will get you in the long term. And for me, that has been a great tool to actually get me to act with more urgency in my life. And when we live with urgency, the years passing by works for us instead of against us. But I want to know, what's your New Year's resolution? What are the things that you want to let go of in your life that are no longer serving you? Let me know in the comments below. And whatever those things are, I wish you the very, very best in accomplishing those things, in living more in alignment with yourself, healing, growing, and expanding into the life that is uniquely for you.